Hey, hey, hey. What's everybody doing? We finally got set up on this the stone pit here, dragging wood in. It's muddier than hell because it snowed and it melted, but there's good stone under here and whatever, it'll be alright, it'll dry out. But we did some work on the old 210. Actually, Jesse did the work while I was over here cutting. And check this out. This is kind of a forgotten little jewel. I don't know if you guys know what this is. That is a zipper stripper. And I got thinking about it the other day. I forgot I had the damn thing. And what happened, I bought a loader off of Omega years ago, probably 5 or 6, 7 years ago, on an old 210. And this was on it. Alright? And not too long after I got it, I never really used the thing much for just, I had a job that, I don't know if you guys remember, I made a video of the ugly truckling, excuse me, pulling wood off of that hill. I couldn't get the tractor trailers in. So all I was doing was just bringing it out and stacking it and then restacking it onto the trailers, you know, out of the entrance. But this delimber was on that machine, and I got a call from the guy I got it off of. He said, "Hey, you using that?" I said, "No, I'm not using it," because, you know, I had the big delimbers running. And he said, "Well, can I try something? Can I come get it and try it?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead." You know, and we never even talked prices, just use it, I don't care. Well, they did, and the poor guy who took it, Fred Berg, he passed away a few years later. And I don't even know if he ever mounted the thing. But I got thinking about it. Hey, I wonder. So I called Paul. He says, "Yeah, it's still out here." He said, "Come on out and I'll load it up for you." Well, I didn't have anything to put it on, so I just took the measuring frame. I just did this yesterday. I ran out to Sharon, PA, and picked it up. And it was a miserable day anyway. I came over and cut for a while in the morning, and I thought, you know what, I'm ahead. I'm going to go get this thing. And I got thinking about it. This would work good for pulling all the little sucker limbs and this pine. So this morning, Jess and I just welded it down to that measuring frame that I was using for the doozy. And I can just cut it off there and put it on something else, but I needed something to base it on. I'm telling you what, I am impressed. That little sucker works good. And I didn't sharpen the knives or nothing yet. So all the little sucker branches that he can't reach, you know, the ones underneath the drags and stuff, I've been cleaning them up with, and it works freaking good. No motor, no pump, it's all mechanical. It's just on a little swivel. And so I was thinking about it. I over at the scrapyard next door to me, they got a little single axle tractor, because I seen it the other day. I stole a seatbelt all of it for Mammy when we went to, I had a broken seatbelt latch, so I went over there and got it. And here's a little day cab with like 22-inch rubber on it in the back, and little day cab International. And but all right, I don't know, I shut the camera off. I don't know how I do this, but I do. So anyway, it's got like 10 foot of frame on it. And so I called him this morning. I said, all I want is like from behind the cab, and then I'll close it in and put a panel hitch on it. You know, I'll A-frame it, make a neep, put a panel hitch on it. I can tow my pickup. And I was thinking about welding a kingpin on the bottom of that thing and sliding it into the fifth wheel. I guess you could even just weld the base down to the fifth wheel. I don't know. But anyway, that way you'd get oscillation this way, because it doesn't do that. But it works freaking good. I mean, I am really impressed with that little thing. I wished I'd have thought about it a long time ago. But anyway, Jess did some really nice work. I had a fairly new set of landing gear that it was on a trailer that I scrapped last year. The trailer was all rotted out. And it was a flatbed with air ride. We converted into a log trailer, but it was just too far gone to bother with. So when I scrapped it, I saved the outrigger, and Jesse put that on. That, I'll tell you what, Jess does good work. I was gonna make a video while it was in the shop, but I was over here putzing around cutting wood. And didn't he do a nice job? Kid's a good welder, good fabber, all around good egg. So anyway, I was just kind of tickled pink with this little thing. Zipper stripper. They're made up in Maine. And I can't believe I kind of forgot about it. I just completely kind of forgot that it was even in existence. So, oh boy, I got a nice puddle to go through. I just found a leak that had a loose fitting on here. When we swung it around, it loosened up one of the fittings. I just tightened that up. Hopefully it stops leaking. So anyway, I just figured I'd make a little short vid. I really had a good day for a change, you know? And just kind of happy about that little thing. I've got that other self-contained delimiter. I sold the one, obviously. That's what the video was about, trucking it. And then I sold the one, and I still have the other one. It's actually got a rebuilt motor in it, and it don't have the outriggers. It's just got the spade that comes down the front, but it thing's in nice shape. I'd like to clean it up and paint it, and I don't think it would take much to get it running. New set of batteries and some fresh fuel. I think it would fire right up, and I got all the radio controls with it. So but you know, I just haven't had time. And then doing the saw logs we were doing, I don't really need it, you know. But for doing this type of work, it's nice to have a delimiter. But I'll tell you what, now that loader isn't heavy enough to do a whole lot. Stupid camera keeps shutting off. Anyway, that little loader ain't real heavy enough to do a lot of whole tree delimiter. You'd beat it up, you'd tear it up quick. And it's a nice tight little loader. I don't want to do that. But for doing this type of stuff, the pine just goes through that like shit through a goose, you know. And but for doing this little work, I'll tell you what, in that sawbuck tray and that little delimiter, I just threw it on my old scrap car trailer and drug it over here. Because I'm only a few feet from the shop, but 4 or 5 miles from the shop. But still, I'm pretty tickled with that. So anyway, I'm gonna go home now. It's 6 o'clock. I've had enough for one day, and we'll hit it in the morning. I'll try and get a video of it working. It's pretty neat. I really am impressed with it. So all right, ta-ta y'all. Thanks for subbing and commenting. More comments the better. I'll try and get back to you too. So thanks guys. Thank you for your support.